Welcome to AWS Mastery Labs, turning AWS chaos into clarity with bite-sized tutorials, hands-on labs, and exam-smashing tips. In this video, we'll explore the AWS Well-Architected Framework, a set of foundational best practices designed to help cloud architects build secure, high-performing, resilient, and efficient infrastructure for a wide range of applications. Whether you're designing new workloads or optimizing existing ones, understanding the 5 pillars of the well-architected framework is critical to making informed trade-offs and long-term architectural decisions. We'll walk through each pillar and learn how to build with confidence in the cloud. Let's get started. When we move to the cloud, the way we think about architecture fundamentally changes. It's no longer just about provisioning servers or setting up networks. It's about designing systems that are inherently scalable, resilient, and cost-effective. In the cloud, architecture becomes the foundation that determines whether your applications will thrive or struggle. First and foremost, there's scalability and elasticity, two key promises of the cloud. With the right design, your application can scale out seamlessly during peak loads and scale back during idle times, maintaining performance while controlling costs. Security and compliance are non-negotiable. Architecting for security from day one means applying principles like least privilege, encryption in transit and at rest, and continuous monitoring, all built into the design, not bolted on afterward. Reliability is also essential. Cloud-native architectures are designed with failure in mind. Distributing workloads across availability zones, using managed services with built-in high availability, and automating recovery to reduce downtime. Cost optimization is critical. Without the right architectural choices, organizations often face uncontrolled cloud spending. A well-architected system dynamically adjusts resources to match actual demand, eliminating waste and delivering measurable ROI. To achieve performance efficiency, you need to choose the right services for the workload, monitor performance metrics, and continuously tune the architecture. This ensures the best experience for end users without over-engineering. Good architecture also drives operational excellence, enabling automation, observability, and rapid response to change. It lays the foundation for CI/CD pipelines, infrastructure as code, and resilient deployments. Lastly, architecture is what makes your systems agile and future-proof. It allows you to adapt to new requirements, onboard new technologies, and respond faster to business needs, giving your teams the confidence to innovate without fear. Simply put, architecture in the cloud isn't just a technical decision, it's a strategic enabler for your business. The AWS Well-Architected Framework is a powerful tool for cloud architects, engineers, and business stakeholders who want to ensure that their cloud workloads are designed for long-term success. It provides a consistent, repeatable approach to evaluating architectures, helping you build systems that are secure, reliable, efficient, and aligned with your business goals. At its core, the framework is organized around 6 foundational pillars: operational excellence, security, reliability, performance efficiency, cost optimization, and sustainability. Each pillar represents a critical dimension of your architecture and comes with a set of design principles and best practices that guide decision-making throughout the cloud journey. One of the key strengths of the well-architected framework is its focus on identifying and mitigating risks. By asking targeted questions and applying proven design principles, teams can uncover hidden weaknesses in their workloads before they lead to performance bottlenecks, security breaches, or runaway costs. It also ensures that your technology choices are aligned with business outcomes. Whether your focus is on speed to market, reducing operational overhead, or supporting global scalability, the framework helps you build with confidence. Importantly, the well-architected framework isn't a one-time activity. It fosters a mindset of continuous improvement. With regular reviews and iterative enhancements, you can evolve your architecture over time to meet changing requirements and technological advancements. It's also scalable across any workload or industry, whether you're running a startup web app, a large-scale enterprise platform, or a serverless AI pipeline. AWS provides tailored lenses for specific use cases like SaaS, machine learning, and IoT to provide context-specific guidance. And with the well-architected tool, you can conduct reviews directly within the AWS console. Add to that the global network of AWS well-architected partners, and you have a robust ecosystem designed to support architectural excellence at every stage. The AWS Well-Architected Framework is anchored by 6 core pillars, each representing a key dimension of building and operating cloud-native systems. Together, these pillars provide a holistic approach to designing architectures that are robust, efficient, secure, and aligned with both business and environmental goals. The first pillar, operational excellence, focuses on how you run and evolve your workloads over time. It's about automating operations, monitoring effectively, responding quickly to events, and continuously improving based on data-driven insights. The second pillar is security. This pillar is about protecting your systems and data, not just from external threats, but also from misconfigurations and internal risks. It encourages strong identity management, encryption, automated threat detection, and consistent incident response practices. Reliability is the third pillar. It ensures your workload performs its intended function correctly, even in the face of failures. It includes planning for recovery, designing fault-tolerant systems, and dynamically adapting to changing demands. The fourth pillar, performance efficiency, focuses on using IT and cloud resources efficiently. This means selecting the right resource types and sizes, leveraging serverless and managed services when appropriate, and continually evolving architectures as technologies and requirements change. The fifth pillar is cost optimization. In the cloud, cost is a design consideration. This pillar encourages right-sizing, avoiding idle resources, and measuring return on investment, helping organizations spend wisely without sacrificing capability. And now, the sixth pillar, sustainability, brings environmental responsibility into architectural design. It focuses on minimizing the carbon footprint of your workloads by optimizing resource usage, selecting energy-efficient regions, and designing for long-term efficiency. It's important to remember that these 6 pillars are deeply interconnected. Optimizing in one area often requires trade-offs in another. The well-architected framework helps you evaluate and balance these trade-offs to make informed, high-impact decisions. The operational excellence pillar of the AWS Well-Architected Framework focuses on how effectively you run and evolve your systems to deliver business value. It's not just about uptime. It's about agility, insight, and continuous improvement. A key principle is to design with operations in mind. That means building your workloads so they are observable, auditable, and manageable from day one. You want your architecture to support diagnostics, logging, and performance monitoring as part of its foundation. Automation plays a central role in operational excellence. Repetitive tasks like deployments, environment provisioning, and incident response should be automated using services like AWS Systems Manager, Lambda, and CloudFormation. This not only improves efficiency, but also reduces human error and speeds up recovery. Next, you need strong monitoring and observability. Services like Amazon CloudWatch, AWS X-Ray, and AWS Config help you gain real-time insights into your systems. Effective alerting ensures your teams are notified before small issues become major outages. The best teams prepare for failure before it happens. Game days, post-incident analysis, and chaos engineering help you understand how systems behave under stress and refine your processes to handle unexpected disruptions gracefully. It's also critical to evolve operational procedures over time. What works today might not work tomorrow. Feedback loops, KPIs, and lessons learned should feed directly into process updates and automation refinements. Supporting agile change management is another cornerstone. Use CI/CD pipelines, blue-green deployments, and infrastructure as code to make small changes that minimize risk and accelerate innovation. And finally, empower your teams with runbooks, playbooks, and meaningful metrics. Documented response guides ensure consistency during incidents, and visibility into operational health allows teams to make smarter, faster decisions. The security pillar of the AWS Well-Architected Framework is all about protecting your data, systems, and assets, and doing it in a way that scales with your business. In today's cloud-first world, security is not a feature, it's a foundation. It begins with strong identity and access management. AWS encourages the principle of least privilege, giving users and systems only the permissions they absolutely need. Use IAM roles, fine-grained policies, AWS IAM Identity Center, and enforce multi-factor authentication to control access effectively. Next, ensure traceability and auditability across your entire environment. Services like AWS CloudTrail and AWS Config allow you to track every API call, resource change, and configuration drift, giving you the visibility to detect unusual behavior and prove compliance. Protecting data at rest and in transit is non-negotiable. Use encryption everywhere, from S3 buckets to EBS volumes to RDS databases. Leverage AWS Key Management Service (KMS) for secure key handling and enforce TLS for secure communications. AWS recommends a defense in-depth strategy, applying security at every layer, from network controls like security groups and network ACLs to application firewalls, DDoS protection with AWS Shield, and content filtering with AWS WAF. Every layer of your stack should contribute to your security posture. Automation is a key theme in cloud security. Use AWS config rules, AWS Security Hub, and Lambda functions to detect, alert, and even remediate security misconfigurations automatically. It's also critical to prepare for security events. Have a well-defined incident response plan, run simulations, and automate containment where possible. For example, isolating compromised EC2 instances or rotating credentials on the fly. Keep your environment secure by patching and updating infrastructure and dependencies regularly. Tools like AWS Systems Manager Patch Manager and Amazon Inspector can streamline this process. Finally, create a culture of security. Embed security into every phase of development using DevSecOps practices. Provide training and make security a shared responsibility across engineering, operations, and leadership. The reliability pillar of the AWS Well-Architected Framework ensures that your systems are designed to recover quickly from failures and to scale seamlessly with demand. In the cloud, resilience isn't an afterthought, it's an architectural requirement. First, you must design for failure. No component, whether hardware or software, is immune to disruption. By building with redundancy, implementing failover strategies, and enabling graceful degradation, your system can continue delivering value, even when parts of it are impaired. Next, focus on automated recovery. AWS provides services like auto-scaling groups, Route 53 health checks, and Lambda functions to detect issues and trigger healing actions, such as replacing unhealthy instances or rerouting traffic. This reduces downtime and ensures faster remediation. Effective change management is crucial for maintaining reliability. Use CI/CD pipelines, infrastructure as code, and deployment techniques like canary releases or blue-green deployments to introduce changes safely and minimize disruption. Reliability also depends on testing your recovery procedures. Conduct game days and simulate failure scenarios to validate that your recovery processes work as expected and that your team is prepared to respond confidently. Monitoring workload health is essential. Leverage Amazon CloudWatch, AWS X-Ray, and custom metrics to gain visibility into system performance, detect anomalies, and trigger automated responses to issues before they escalate. Scalability is another core aspect. Build systems that scale horizontally, using stateless services, load balancing, and serverless technologies to accommodate fluctuating demand without service degradation. Don't overlook AWS service limits and quotas. Track them proactively to avoid unexpected throttling or deployment failures during scale-out events. And finally, backup and replicate your data. Use AWS Backup, S3 versioning, and cross-region replication to ensure critical data is both durable and recoverable. The performance efficiency pillar of the AWS Well-Architected Framework is about using computing resources efficiently to meet system requirements and adapting as those requirements evolve over time. In the cloud, performance is not static. It's something you continuously measure and optimize. First, AWS enables you to democratize advanced technologies. With managed services like Amazon SageMaker for machine learning, Aurora for high-performance databases, and Lambda for event-driven compute, you can integrate cutting-edge capabilities without needing to build or manage them from scratch. Serverless and managed services play a big role in driving performance efficiency. By using AWS Lambda, Fargate, and DynamoDB, you remove the burden of provisioning and maintaining servers and automatically scale to meet demand. This pillar encourages you to experiment frequently and evolve. The cloud gives you the flexibility to test new services and architectures with minimal cost and risk. Regularly review new AWS offerings and instance types to stay ahead of the curve. Make data-driven architecture decisions. Use metrics from Amazon CloudWatch, traces from AWS X-Ray, and recommendations from AWS Compute Optimizer to fine-tune your workload performance based on actual usage patterns. Right-size your resources. Choose the appropriate instance families, storage types, and database configurations that align with workload characteristics. And revisit these choices as your application scales or changes. You can also go global in minutes. AWS regions and availability zones allow you to deploy applications close to your users, reducing latency and improving responsiveness. Services like Amazon CloudFront and Global Accelerator help you optimize content delivery worldwide. Lastly, test and benchmark your workloads regularly. Conduct load tests and simulate real-world traffic patterns to validate that your systems perform efficiently under a variety of conditions. The cost optimization pillar of the AWS Well-Architected Framework is about maximizing business value while minimizing unnecessary spend. In the cloud, cost isn't just a financial line item, it's a key metric of architectural efficiency. It starts with adopting a consumption-based model. The cloud enables you to pay only for the resources you actually use. With services like AWS Lambda, Fargate, and auto-scaling groups, you can dynamically match usage to demand, eliminating waste and avoiding over-provisioning. Next, it's essential to measure and monitor costs effectively. AWS provides powerful tools like Cost Explorer, AWS Budgets, and CloudWatch to help you track spending patterns, detect anomalies, and identify cost drivers across your environment. Right-sizing resources is a continuous process. Use AWS Compute Optimizer and Trusted Advisor to evaluate your existing compute, storage, and database resources, and adjust them based on utilization metrics, not just initial estimates. Choosing the right pricing model is another critical lever. Reserved instances and savings plans can provide significant discounts for steady-state workloads, while spot instances are ideal for fault-tolerant or non-critical tasks that can benefit from deep savings. A key part of cost optimization is to eliminate waste. Identify idle or underutilized resources, such as unattached EBS volumes, dormant RDS databases, or EC2 instances running at low CPU, and shut them down or consolidate. Beyond tooling, establish a culture of cost awareness. Encourage teams to take ownership of the resources they provision and provide them with visibility and accountability through tagging strategies and consolidated billing views. Finally, remember that cost optimization is not a one-time activity. As workloads evolve, user demand changes, and AWS services improve, continuously revisit your architecture and usage patterns to ensure you're aligned with both performance goals and budget expectations. The sustainability pillar is the most recent addition to the AWS Well-Architected Framework, and it reflects a growing awareness that cloud architects play a critical role in driving environmental responsibility. Sustainability in the cloud means designing workloads that minimize environmental impact, optimize energy use, and support long-term ecological goals. At its core, sustainability in AWS follows a shared responsibility model. AWS is responsible for sustainability of the cloud, managing data center efficiency, renewable energy sourcing, and hardware lifecycles. To begin, optimize resource utilization. This means eliminating idle or over-provisioned infrastructure through auto-scaling, right-sizing, and demand-based compute provisioning. Every underused instance is wasted energy. Next, leverage serverless and managed services. Using AWS Lambda, Fargate, or managed databases often results in better utilization and shared infrastructure, which dramatically reduces the environmental impact compared to self-managed alternatives. You should also design for longevity and minimal waste. Architect systems that need fewer redeployments, lower rebuild frequency, and that can gracefully degrade without consuming unnecessary resources. Be thoughtful in choosing AWS regions. Some regions are powered with higher percentages of renewable energy or have lower carbon intensity. Selecting these can make a measurable difference in your workload's footprint. The applications you build also matter. Improve software efficiency by optimizing algorithms, reducing computation complexity, and eliminating unnecessary processing. Efficient code consumes fewer resources and completes faster, using less energy overall. AWS provides tools like the Customer Carbon Footprint tool to help you monitor and report on sustainability metrics, so you can track your progress and make data-driven decisions aligned with your green objectives. And finally, make sustainability a continuous practice. Keep learning about AWS innovations, adopt newer, more efficient services, and embed sustainability into your development lifecycle. The well-architected review process is a structured approach for evaluating your AWS workloads against the AWS Well-Architected Framework. This review helps ensure your architecture is efficient, secure, reliable, and cost-effective, while also aligning with sustainability goals. The first step is to establish clear objectives. Before starting the review, it's important to understand what you want to achieve. Are you optimizing performance, minimizing costs, improving security, or boosting reliability? Knowing your goals will shape your focus throughout the process. Next, conduct a self-assessment using the AWS Well-Architected tool. This tool allows you to evaluate your architecture across the 6 pillars: operational excellence, security, reliability, performance efficiency, cost optimization, and sustainability. It will help you identify gaps, risks, and areas for improvement. Once the initial assessment is complete, it's time to engage stakeholders. This is a collaborative process. Involve key teams such as developers, security experts, business leaders, and anyone else who has a stake in the architecture. This broadens your perspective and ensures all needs are addressed. During the review, you'll need to identify risks and issues. Look for underutilized resources, security vulnerabilities, scalability concerns, or inefficiencies that could impact your architecture's performance. Document these issues to address them later. Once risks are identified, prioritize recommendations. Focus on the most pressing issues first and implement changes that will have the greatest impact on your system's effectiveness. After prioritizing, create an action plan. Develop a clear roadmap with timelines, assigned responsibilities, and specific actions required to implement the recommended improvements. Finally, iterate and monitor. The well-architected review isn't a one-time event. Continuously monitor your architecture's performance, assess changes, and schedule regular reviews to keep it aligned with evolving best practices and business needs. The AWS Well-Architected tool is an invaluable resource for evaluating your workloads against AWS's best practices. It provides a self-service framework that helps you assess how well your architecture aligns with the 6 pillars of the Well-Architected Framework. One of the key advantages of the tool is its ability to automatically identify risks. As you assess your workload, the tool compares it to the framework's guidelines and highlights areas where your architecture might not meet the best practices. It helps pinpoint inefficiencies, security gaps, and potential reliability issues. Once the review is completed, the tool provides actionable insights and recommendations. These recommendations are tailored to your specific workload and include clear steps you can take to enhance security, improve performance, reduce costs, and align your architecture with AWS's sustainability principles. The tool is deeply integrated with AWS services, meaning it can collect and measure data directly from your AWS environment. This integration ensures that the insights and recommendations are not only relevant, but also based on real, live data from your account. As you use the AWS Well-Architected tool, you'll be guided by best practices for each pillar. It provides step-by-step guidance on how to address potential weaknesses and implement improvements, making it easier to follow AWS's standards for architecture excellence. You can also track progress over time. The tool enables periodic reviews, helping you measure the impact of changes and ensuring your architecture stays aligned with AWS best practices as it evolves. And the best part? The AWS Well-Architected tool is free to use. This makes it a cost-effective solution for ensuring your workloads are designed with both operational efficiency and cost in mind. By leveraging the AWS Well-Architected tool, you gain insights that help you continuously improve your AWS environments, ensuring that your architecture is both effective and sustainable. As we wrap up, let's focus on how you can take the next steps with the AWS Well-Architected Framework to truly transform your cloud journey. First, make it a priority to regularly assess your workloads. The well-architected framework isn't just a one-time checklist, it's a living guide. By evaluating your architectures against its 6 pillars, operational excellence, security, reliability, performance efficiency, cost optimization, and sustainability, you can proactively uncover risks and areas for improvement before they become issues. Second, commit to adopting best practices. Each pillar offers actionable principles that help you design and operate cloud environments that are robust, secure, and cost-effective. Whether you're optimizing for speed, tightening your security posture, or reducing your environmental impact, these best practices are your roadmap to success. Third, remember that continuous improvement is key. Use AWS tools like the Well-Architected tool to automate reviews and track your progress over time. Implement recommendations, iterate on your designs, and encourage a culture of learning and refinement within your teams. Finally, empower your organization. Take advantage of AWS resources, training, and the Well-Architected Partner Program to upskill your teams and gain expert guidance. Collaboration and knowledge sharing are essential to building resilient and high-performing cloud solutions. So don't wait and start your well-architected review today. By embracing these practices, you'll not only safeguard your workloads, but also unlock new opportunities for innovation and growth in the cloud. Thank you for joining us in this video. If you haven't already, we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with our latest content. We look forward to sharing more insights with you in another video. Until then, keep exploring. And thank you for watching.